Start. So. Lief ja nicht letzte Folge so. Okay, dann zum Wartungstor geht's nicht nochmal zurück, okay. Wie sieht es allgemein hier aus? Geht immer noch nichts. Okay, ich wollte nämlich gucken, ob schon neue Nebenaufgaben sind. So. Und weiter im Text. Ich habe in meinen langen Jahren viel gesehen, aber ich hatte nie gedacht, dass am Ende ein Lord in Lennegis den Tag rettet. Es wird Zeit brauchen, bis die Wohnviertel repariert sind, aber jetzt herrscht in der Stadt wenigstens wieder Ruhe. Aber dennoch, mit anzusehen, wie er statt des Herrschers die Verantwortung übernimmt, vielleicht gewinnt er diesen Kampf um die Krone. Wird er garantiert. Das war also alles. Was für eine Erleichterung. Dieser Dohan, was für ein Prachtkerl. Ich lernte ihn als Kind einst kennen. Damals war er ein völlig anderer Mensch. Ich bin immer noch schockiert von seiner Rede. Was er sagte, war praktisch eine Verleugnung der Ordnung, für die Lords und Herrscher einzutreten. Naja. Verleugnung. Er hat euch quasi das Leben gerettet, damit ihr euch nicht gegenseitig an die Gurgel geht. Also, hallo? Merkt ihr noch was? Es gab 4 Schäden, aber jetzt, wo die Stromversorgung wiederhergestellt wurde, bin ich zuversichtlich, dass alles wieder gut wird. Seine Exzellenz, Lord Dohalim, appellierte an uns, zusammenzuarbeiten. Wir sollten überlegen, was wir tun können, um der Stadt zu helfen. Die hat's wenigstens verstanden. Der eine, Blasphemie, Blasphemie! Lord Dohalim hat die Ängste der Leute einfach so vertrieben, deshalb ist er ein Lord. Ja, jetzt wird niemand auch nur mit den Gedanken spielen, irgendwas Linkes zu versuchen. Er ist so wunderbar. Es wäre toll, wenn seine Exzellenz hier bleibe und uns weiter anführt und anleiten würde. Ja, das wird auch sicherlich so passieren. Bin ich mir ziemlich sicher. Aber erstmal müssen wir scheinbar den Herrscher besiegen. Achso, deswegen ich halt noch da. Oder quasi den Herrscher, den es nicht gibt. Das heißt, jahrelang wurden die näher von Monstern beherrscht. Wurden quasi dazu, sagen wir mal, angeregt, den näher zu versklaven und auszubeuten und umzubringen. Die Frage ist jetzt aber immer noch, wofür. Ich bin froh, dass Lord Dohalim in Lennegis Frieden und Ordnung wiederhergestellt hat. Unseren eigenen Lords hätte ich nichts weniger erwartet. Es gab wohl doch keinen Grund zur Sorge. Aber das stimmt schon. Menschen, die geführt werden, haben auf einmal panische Angst, wenn sie auf einmal nicht mehr geführt werden. Vater, was meinte Lord Dohalim, als er in seiner Rede von Solidarität gesprochen hat? Ehrlich gesagt bin ich selbst nicht so sicher, was genau er damit meinte. Aber ich glaube, er wollte uns damit sagen, dass wir über unsere Klassenunterschiede hinwegsehen und die Stadt gemeinsam wieder aufbauen sollten. Klassenunterschiede? Du meinst, wir sollten die Kasten- und Familiengeschlechter vergessen? Ganz recht, mein Sohn. Das ist die Weisheit eines Lords. Wir alle würden gut daran tun, über seine Worte nachzudenken. Ja, in unserer Welt wäre das auch mal schön. Tatsächlich. Geradezu abscheulich. Ach, ich habe gerade nur etwas über Wohlran gelesen. Kann ich euch helfen? Kein großer... Ich war immer ein überzeugter Unterstützer von Lord Urvagil Hildris. Wäre er nicht so plötzlich auf der Oberfläche gestorben, wohl noch immer. In meinen Augen ist Lord Urvagil der wahre Wasserlord. Ich glaube keine Sekunde daran, dass er bei einem Unfall starb, wie es heißt. Und was Wolrans Herrschaft über Ganatheros angeht, dann läuft mir jetzt die Nase. Ich mag gar nicht daran denken. Er versklavt nicht nur Daenerys, sondern auch Rhaenyra. Wir mögen in einer Gesellschaft leben, in der Sieger alles bekommt, aber seine Handlungen verstoßen gegen Grundgebote unseres Volkes. Und außerdem, was für eine Erblinie soll das Haus Niseri überhaupt sein? Bis er auftauchte, hatte noch nie jemand davon gehört. Das wird wir doch schon kennen. Hat er schon alles gesagt. Es ist erstaunlich, wie rasch seine Exzellenz Lord Dohalim wieder für Ruhe sorgte, indem er einfach Solidarität in Zeiten dieser großen Krise zeigte. Er ist der Lord, der von Haus Ilquaris abstammt, oder? Ich muss zugeben, einige Dinge, die er sagte, waren ziemlich radikal. Vielleicht, aber er wirkte auch würdevoll und voller Selbstvertrauen. Wenn du mich fragst, sollte ihn sich jeder Renäer zum Vorbild nehmen. Hast du gehört, was Lord Dohalim gesagt hat? Hört sofort auf zu kämpfen. Verzeihung. Es war nicht meine Absicht, mich den Wünschen seiner Exzellenz zu widersetzen. Geht es Ihnen gut? Sie sind doch nicht etwa verletzt. Also Sie sollten mit mir reden. Ich komme aus einem unteren Kasten, wissen Sie? Unfug, es ist wie seine Exzellenz sagte, in der Stadt herrscht eine Krise. Räumen wir unsere Unterschiede beiseite und helfen einander. Ach, wäre das schön, wenn mal in der echten Welt so wäre. Tut mir leid, nur autorisiertes Personal. Kommt man vielleicht später mal hin. Ich fühle mich deutlich besser, nachdem ich Lord Dohalims Ansprache mit anhörte. Ich bin froh, dass die Dinge langsam wieder ihren gewohnten Gang gehen. Ich auch. Zum Glück übernahm Lord Dohalim im richtigen Moment die Verantwortung. Aber eins besorgt mich. Wie konnte der Herrscher verhindert sein, wie er es ausdrückt? Und was machte Dohalim hier in Linnegis statt auf Dana? Er kann vermutlich auf Geheiß des Herrschers her, um die Situation zu Ende zu bringen. Das muss es sein. Andernfalls hätte er gewiss eine Art von Erklärung, weshalb er seinen Posten verließ. Ja, unsere Erklärung ist, wir wollen den Lord stürzen. Den Herrscher, der nie Herrscher war. Dieses Gebiet unterliegt der alleinigen Jurisdiktion von Haus Ilquaris. Ich muss aufhören, sofort zu gehen. Achso, ja, das ist die über der anderen labert, die für Frauenrechte eingetreten ist, was natürlich sehr gut ist. Ihr wollt wissen, welchen Leute ich unterstütze? Nein. Wie es scheint, sind die Zeugel wieder unter Kontrolle, zum Glück. Ich habe keine Ahnung, warum sie so durchgedreht sind, aber bald sollte sich alles aufklären. Lord Dohalim, ihr seid zurückgekehrt. Und wie ich sehe, brachtet ihr Gehilfen mit. Erinnert ihr euch an meine Wenigkeit, mein Lord? Gewiss doch, ja? Achso, ja, das Ding, ja. Naja. Ich glaube, die hatten wir jetzt alle angesprochen, also weiter im Text. Wo müssen wir denn hin? Da, Abflugpunkt. Ja, noch ein bisschen was von der Story mitnehmen, deswegen habe ich immer ein bisschen mit den Leuten gequatscht. Das ist ein Let's Play, ist ja nicht nur einfach durchspielen, dann kann ich auch einen Walkthrough machen. Ne?
I thought we'd find answers on Lenegis, but we just ended up finding more questions.
You can say that again. And now we have more problems to fix too. Like figuring out how to reform Lenegis.
Ach, das kriegt Dohalim schon mal hin.
That can wait for now. We've got more than enough on our plates to deal with as it is. Like figuring out who's really running the show on Rena.
Yeah. Which is why we're going to the Renan homeworld.
All the answers we've been looking for are on that planet. The person responsible for all this. The Red Woman and the Renaissance. The answers have to be there. Are we prepared to finally find them?
So, what do we do first when we get there?
We know nothing about the Renan homeworld or what we might face once we arrive. We should get a feel for how things are on the ground before we take any serious steps.
It's also entirely possible that the first thing we're going to face is an attack.
If we come across a capital, we should...
Was nun?
What?
Ach du Scheiße. Bin mir nicht sicher, aber ich glaube, sie wollen uns davon abhalten, nach Rainer zu kommen. So dezent. Was macht es da? Was macht es da? What the... Was hat sie mit uns gemacht? Maximal ungeil.
Damn! The hell just happened?
Our course has been altered. The coordinates are pointing to a different destination.
What's that?
The ship's controls aren't accepting my commands. The engine is being shut down.
That's bad, right?
Yep.
Quite bad. We've lost control of the ship.
Is all of this the Red Women's doing?
Are they trying to finish us off before we can land?
Everyone! Look there!
Ist sie schon wieder da? Ich wusste es. Ich hab's ja gleich gesagt, da leben gar keine Renäer. Das Ding ist ein toter Planet. Jetzt saugen sie wieder Energie. Dort im großen Stil. Was zur Hölle? Nenne ich mal eine große Blume. Ich verstehe immer noch nicht, was das werden soll.
A flower blooming out of Retta?
But that flower looks like it's absorbing all of Dana's energy.
And it appears Lenegis is serving as a conduit for that energy to reach here. Could that have been its true purpose all along?
If that's true, do you think the people back on Lenegis are all right?
We can only pray that they are.
Damn it! Haven't they taken enough already? When is this going to end?
Wenn wir es beenden, ganz klar.
The flower of oblivion.
With everything that's happening, we need to get back to Lenegis. Is the ship still offline?
Unfortunately, yes. Even more so than when it laid dormant.
Can you fix it?
Starships are extremely complex machines. One wrong move while we're out here in space could very well cost us our lives.
So what? We're just stuck inside here, floating around? For how long?
I don't believe this. We've made it all this way, and now we're stuck here? We're watching Dana die before our eyes, and we have no choice but to sit here and starve to death?
Law, calm down! You're not the only one who's worried here.
Right. Sorry.
It's still too early to give up. There has to be a way to get out of this.
Alphen.
Now what?
The starship, it's back online?
No, this is different. Something is pulling our ship in towards it.
Ist sie ein Lenniges oder wo sind wir jetzt?
We managed to get moving, but where are we?
It looks like Lennigus in here.
Do you think we might run into more Renans here? Or those red women?
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, who?
We haven't been ambushed, so that probably means they aren't hostile. Still, why would anyone want to bring us here?
Hey, Shion!
If they wanted to attack us, they could have done so while we were back on the starship. We should see where this path takes us.
Sehe ich auch so. Außer Reichweite.
Ah, Shion, just in the nick of time. Here, lend me a hand while I...
No!
What the... Oh, right. The thorns. My bad.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I overreacted.
Again, Law? Can't you even go a minute without putting your foot in your mouth?
Seriously, it's fine. I'd rather that than people feeling like they're walking on eggshells around me. Besides, I'm the one who should be vigilant about not touching you guys, not the other way around.
Actually, I've been meaning to ask. Not being able to touch people. Does it ever get lonely sometimes?
Immer.
I guess I never really thought about it in those terms. It was either accept it for what it was or come undone. Before long, it was just part of my everyday reality. I think I even forgot there was another way to live. Which isn't to say I didn't feel alone. I did. Always.
So numb to your reality, you couldn't even recognize it as loneliness? I don't know how you managed.
It's fine. I know I'm not alone anymore.
But I can't even touch you. No way of lending you a shoulder when you're down? Even Alphen.
I appreciate the concern. Until I get rid of these thorns, I guess I'll have to put up with it just a little longer. But not forever. Alphen promised me that.
Das haben wir nicht getan.
Maybe it'll be soon, maybe it won't be. But either way, the day will come. And I'll be ready when it does.
Yeah, just hang in there. One day, we'll share a big warm hug. You'll see. I promise.
Das ist süß. Nein, das haben wir nicht getan. Wir haben nur gesagt, wir versuchen alles, um ihre Dornen loszuwerden. Wir haben ihr nicht versprochen, dass sie ihre Dornen los wird. Das ist ein Unterschied. Die Stimmung aufhellen.
Boo!
Ah! What the? Are you out of your mind? This isn't the time for games,
Bisher, was sich liebt,
Rinwell.
das neckt sich. Die beiden
come
passen
on.
echt gut zusammen.
How am I supposed to resist with you looking all jittery like that?
It's called experiencing feelings appropriate to the situation. You ought to try it sometime.
Yeah, but seeing you act all nervous, you're making me start to feel nervous too.
Oh, sorry.
Staying alert is important, but too much caution can cloud your judgment. Try to strike a balance.
I still can't get over what we saw happening outside the starship.
Yeah, our planet's really not doing too hot right about now.
I've only ever seen Rena from the surface of Dana, so I figured it was just another round planet like ours. Still though, I never would have imagined Rena actually looked like that. And what's the deal with that giant flower coming out of it?
Beats me. I have absolutely no clue. It's so surreal. It looks like a broken egg or something.
Rena and Dana. We were taught that both worlds were spherical bodies that floated amongst the stars in the heavens. But to think that they lied to us not only about the Sovereign and the Crown contest, but also the form of our own planet.
Dohalim.
Okay, who's the wise guy that summoned us here?
Someone formidable enough to bring our starship along with us.
They must be here somewhere. Let's find them.
Ruhe bewahren. Sorry, momentan viel Gelaber, aber ja, ist halt so. Ist auch wichtig. Ruhe bewahren.
That beam of light joining Dana and Rena. It was the Renin side that it first came from, right?
That's what it looked like. And then the Danon side responded.
Perhaps it was some kind of directive from the Renin homeworld? To reawaken the Wedge and Lenegis?
Which would mean that whoever's behind all this is on Rena after all. But what are they after? Is it really worth going through all this trouble just to steal Dana's energy?
Try to stay calm. With so many factors we don't understand, dwelling on
Es
it
gibt noch
won't
zu
get
viel,
us
was wir nicht
anywhere.
verstehen. Das ist das Problem daran.
What is it?
No, it's just... Zephyr once told me the same thing. So much for me making progress, huh?
You made it this far, didn't you? You notice something, you change it. That's all anyone can do. But you can't stand still in the meantime.
Ja, niemals zum Stillstand. Mal gucken, ob hier irgendwas ist. Kiste etc. pp. Scheinbar not. Na dann. Untere Ebene, nicht zugänglich. Mittlere. Immer noch keine Gegner. Nur ein Weiterkommenpunkt. Muss doch nach Kisten gucken.
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Huh? What's that?
Da ist jemand drin, oder? Oder etwas. Das ist so ein Vieh wie die rote Frau.
It's one of those!
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
It doesn't look like it can move. Tell me, are you the one who brought us here?
That is correct. It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
It can talk.
What are you?
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect 35. Is that your name?
Correct.
Computer oder was?
What is this place? No, wait, before that, just what exactly are you? Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
Okay.
What do you mean, serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women, pulling their strings?
What did you do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way. Identifiers detected. The Sovereign and Maiden are among you. However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh, goody. More riddles.
Do you think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helganquil.
Helganquil.
The red women you encountered previously are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helganquil?
You are on Dake Phasol, a celestial base which drifted here by accident. The will of Rena's great spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
A question. What is this great spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Correct. The Great Astral Spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
A voice? Just like Dana.
The voice of the Great Spirit speaks to our hearts directly, and we have served it, without question, throughout the ages.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this great spirit be the true sovereign of Rena?
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Wait, back up. You're telling us this great spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things to harvest the astral energy from Dana? I'm not sure I believe that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegus. If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Durchaus.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Yeah, but
Let's assume that what Hevrect 35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's great spirit. Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents. So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegus are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
The
Macht
Great
Sinn.
Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy. And the pursuit of that desire is why you see Rena in its current state. As a result, it has turned its attention toward Dana.
Is that why the crown contest is necessary? So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dana?
Indeed. And it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest. Had the initial spirit channeling from 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dana's astral energy would have been
Die
seized.
gesamte sogar. Einfach so ohne einen
The
Kampf.
ceremony failed. Lenegus was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renasalma.
Correct. A change in plan was required to ensure the spirit channeling success. However, recreating the Renis Alma required a vast amount of energy. That is why we turned to Dana.
So that was the real purpose behind the crown contest. An efficient means to harvest the necessary energy from Dana.
This is all happening because of me.
Nevertheless, you still haven't answered one of Alphen's original questions. Just why have you brought us here to your base, Hevrect 35?
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second, it was to ascertain whether you would be likely to accept my request.
A request? But what could someone like you want us to...
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
Hatten wir eh
I'm
vor.
sorry, did you just ask us to kill your master?
I did. It is in your best interest that you do so, I might add.
What makes you say that?
Lenegus has entered the final stage of the spirit channeling plan. As we speak, Dana's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena. If nothing is done about the Great Spirit, it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw earlier is just the beginning? That...
We won't let that happen.
Why do you want us to kill the Great Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control? Why?
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize. As such, it is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However, I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Vengeance? For what?
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
You mean... you're dying?
At this stage, it would be wise for you to talk with the others. Ask them what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help,
Noch mehr quatschen, ne?
Others? Just how many of you are there?
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Dake Phasal.
Wo ist der Rest?
Hey! Hey!
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us. Let's take a look around.